Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I hope that you're all doing well. Today we are going to be talking about some of the sexiest, most seductive fragrances for men that are perfect for date night. So if you still haven't made up your mind on what to wear on Valentine's Day and you really want to impress your lady, you want to drive your woman crazy and you want her to be all up in your neck, definitely keep on watching. The first fragrance is a no-brainer. It is a fragrance that is very popular and a lot of people love and enjoy, and for all the right reasons. And this is Naxos by Xerjoff. This is a fragrance with which you just can't go wrong with. This is just the perfect fragrance. It's sexy and seductive and sweet, but it's also light and airy. For me, this is the perfect everyday fragrance for men as well. It is a beautiful signature scent. In my opinion, this is a fragrance that you can wear anytime, anywhere, any occasion. This is an all-year-round fragrance that will always have you smelling amazing no matter where you are. It smells very sexy. It is sweet, but it's also very light and airy, which makes it perfect for everyday use in my opinion. Now this one is a sweet fragrance, but as I said, in my opinion, this one is not overly sweet. You have the citruses, which are bright and fresh and uplifting. You have the lavender adding an aromatic feel to the scent. Then you have the honey with the cinnamon, but the honey is not thick. It's not overpowering. It's very soft and delicately sweet. The cinnamon is adding a touch of spiciness. This is just a beautiful blend that will always have you smelling amazing. It is a compliment getter. People love this one. It's easy to wear day to day. You smell sexy everywhere you go, and you just can't go wrong with Naxos. It's the perfect scent for every man. It's sexy, it's sweet, it's seductive, but it's also perfect for every day. Next up, we have a fragrance for all the men who love their leather heavy scents, and this one is Kajal IV by Kajal. Now, if you're looking for a unique, interesting, smooth leather fragrance, I highly recommend you guys try this one. It is absolutely stunning. This is a fruity, woody, sweet, leathery scent. The fragrance opens up with some cardamom and some rum, so it's spicy and slightly boozy. Also, we have some cassis at the top, which is adding this addictive, bright fruitiness right away when you spray the fragrance. Then in the middle notes, we have the leather note, which is so smooth and soft and just so beautifully blended with the rest of the notes. There's also a little bit of jasmine, adding just a touch of floral freshness in the composition. And in the dry down, we have some beautiful, sweet vanilla with some delicious, sweet, fruity dates. This is just one of the most beautiful leather fragrances I have ever tried. It's very addictive, it's very sexy and seductive. This is sweet and fruity, it's very sweet, and this one also has an amazing performance. When you spray this fragrance, you need like only a couple of sprays because it's very powerful and strong. This is a rich, intoxicating, seductive, sweet, leathery scent with an addictive fruitiness. If you're looking for that leather fragrance that will capture everyone's attention, if you want your woman to be really drawn into you, you need to try this one. It's sexy, leathery, smooth, fruity, and a little bit woody. Now, if you are looking for a citrusy, bright, fresh, fruity fragrance with an addictive sweetness and some depth to it, I highly recommend Ani X by Nishane. This one is again very similar to the original Ani, but this one is softer, smoother, a lot more fruitier. You really get this blast of citrusy opening at first with a melon note, which is so sweet and addictive and fresh at the same time. To me, at first when I spray this fragrance, I get this addictive, sweet, delicious fruitiness, which almost reminds me of a juicy pineapple. It's very juicy, very fruity, very addictive. Then you start to get the sweetness of the vanilla. It's soft and woody and creamy and just super sexy. Now, this is the perfect fresh, sexy, citrusy, woody vanilla fragrance. This is a fragrance that when you wear it, you would literally impress everyone you meet because it's very likable. It's very fruity and citrusy, but it's deep and woody and sexy and sweet. It is just the perfect vanilla fragrance. Next up, we have another vanilla fragrance, which is one of the sexiest vanilla fragrances and I absolutely love. And this is Layton by Parfums de Marly. Now, I am pretty sure you're all familiar with this fragrance. You know all about it. It's a very popular scent. Everyone loves and enjoys this fragrance, and this is again a fragrance with which you just simply can't go wrong with. This is one of the sexiest vanilla fragrances. It's woody, a little bit spicy, but sweet and fresh and aromatic and fruity and citrusy. You have a beautiful fruity opening with some apple, with some citruses. We have lavender. It's fresh and bright and aromatic at first. Then you start to get a little bit of spiciness. You start to get the cardamom, the vanilla, the sandalwood. This is a beautiful blend. This is truly truly one of the sexiest fragrances a man can wear. Honestly, if you're looking for that addictive, sweet, sexy, seductive fragrance that will impress everyone, just get Layton. Next up, we have one of my favorite spicy fragrances for men, and this one is L'Homme Idéal Intense by Guerlain. Now, this is a fragrance which is very vibrant and captivating. It is an intoxicating, spicy fragrance. It opens up with a beautiful almond note. There is a little bit of chili pepper as well, and some cardamom. The opening is very spicy, but kind of bright and very intoxicating. Then you have a little bit of leather, and in the dry down, there is a little bit of smoke with some vanilla and some tonka bean. This is honestly a beautiful, woody, smoky, leathery fragrance. Very spicy, but also very sweet. This is seduction in a bottle. If you're looking for a spicy, sweet fragrance, I highly recommend you try this one. It's one of the best. Next, we have one of my most favorite date night fragrances for men, and this is none other than Tony Iommi by Xerjoff. This one is pure seduction. This is a spicy, boozy fragrance which opens up with a lot of rum and a lot of cinnamon. It's very sweet, it's very addictive. We've got a lot of patchouli in here as well, but the patchouli in here is very well incorporated with the rest of the notes. We've got some sweet caramel and vanilla in the dry down. This is truly one of the sexiest fragrances ever, in my opinion. This is seduction in a bottle. This is just the perfect date night fragrance for any man. This is so warm, so sweet, so spicy and boozy and delicious. This is just a gorgeous fragrance. It has an amazing scent trail. It leaves the most beautiful sea ash around you, and it's just a fragrance that you really can't go wrong with, especially for a sexy, seductive date night. Next, we have Silky Woods by Goldfield and Banks, and this one has been one of my favorite fragrances to smell on my partner lately. To me, this one is a very sexy, woody vanilla fragrance which opens up with a little bit of saffron and cinnamon. It's a little bit spicy in the opening, but then what you really get from this fragrance is this addictive suede note which is smooth and soft, and you've got a lot of deep woodiness with a sweet vanilla. There is sandalwood and oud, and the vanilla and the suede. It is a gorgeous combination of deep, rich, intoxicating notes which together just create the most beautiful, sexy, powdery, sweet, woody, deep fragrance. Moving on, we have a Middle Eastern fragrance, and this one is Intoxicate by Khadlaj. Now, this one is a fragrance, again, which is very similar to Camera, but if you find Camera to be too sweet for you and you're not really enjoying it, I highly recommend you guys to try this one. It's less sweet, a little bit powdery, and more boozy, because this one actually has a cognac note in the opening, so it's very boozy at first when you spray it. Then in the middle notes, you have cinnamon, which is spicy, and there is a caramel note in this one as well, but it's not too sweet. I promise this is a less sweet version of Camera. And then in the dry down, we have vanilla, amber, musk, and sandalwood. This is soft and powdery and boozy and spicy, and there is also a coconut note in the middle notes too, which is just so addictive. Again, this one is a fragrance similar to Camera, just less sweet, more boozy, spicy, coconutty, vanilla goodness. It's just gorgeous. Next up, we have Spicebomb Night Vision, and this is one of the most addictive, fresh, woody, green, aromatic fragrances in my opinion. This one is a clean, fruity, woody, aromatic fragrance. It opens up with a beautiful, addictive green apple note. There is also a little bit of citruses. There is lemon and grapefruit, which you really do get at first when you spray the fragrance. It's also a little bit nutty. Then you've got a lot of lavender, so it's very aromatic, and some woodiness. This is just the perfect fragrance if you're looking for something that is very fresh and clean and green and aromatic, but it's also sweet and spicy and sexy. And the last fragrance that we have for today's video, guys, is a very special one, and this is Grand Soir by MFK. Now, this is a luxurious fragrance that you would wear to a very special, intimate date night. It's soft and warm and cozy and inviting and so sexy. This is a gorgeous ambery vanilla scent that is balsamic and smooth and soft, and it's also a little bit aromatic because you get a lot of lavender when you first spray it. But this is just one of the most gorgeous, sweet, soft, warm, balsamic, ambery vanilla fragrances. Sexy, sophisticated, and luxurious. This is going to be all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments what is your go-to sexy date night fragrance at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed up until the end of the video, definitely consider subscribing to the channel if you are enjoying the content, and I hope to see you next time.